Ah, the suburb. The epitome of the American lifestyle, where all is well and everyone is prosperous. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Here's the typical American family, starting off their day with a healthy breakfast. Over here, we have father, mother, older brother, and younger brother. Look at our family enjoying a good American breakfast. Oh look, it's 8 o'clock. Time for father to get to work. He supports his family the American way by using capitalism to earn money for his hard work. Younger brother and older brother both head outside to wait for the school bus. But wait, little brother forgot his lunch, so mother goes chasing after him to ensure he won't go hungry. Father works for a big newspaper company. Because of our great constitution, father has free speech and is allowed to say whatever he wants to whoever he wants. Father uses this to help spread truth, facts, and bold ideas through his newspaper. Meanwhile, at home, mother decides to go to a nearby shopping center. She decides to support capitalism by buying groceries and other foods from a local American store. Big brother comes home after a long day at school. When he grows up, he dreams of being a scientist, and because of the great American educational system, he can. Right now, on his way to fulfill his goal, he starts to do his homework. Little brother decides he doesn't want to do his homework, and he goes outside to play. Living in America, little brother is not taken advantage of for being a child, and has the freedom to do whatever he wants. Yes, little brother, that includes playing on the swings. As you know, there's a conflict going on in Vietnam, and many of you may be asking yourself why it is important that we protect our freedom. Well, let's take a look at the same American family in a world where Vietnam fell to communism. The morning begins 7:30. The family sits down for breakfast. But what's this? Where are all the pancakes, the eggs, the bacon? That's right. After Vietnam fell, the family is forced to eat standardized meal by the new communist regime. Oh look, it's 8 o'clock. Father must hurry to work. Why? In a communist regime, if father isn't on time every day, he will be executed. After father leaves, the kids go off to their assigned tasks. But what's this? Younger brother left his working permit at the table. Mother goes crying after him, for if he forgets it, he will be physically tortured as punishment. Father still works for a newspaper company, but it's not quite the same. Under a communist regime, there is no free speech, and father is forced to publish lies and the communist propaganda to brainwash the American people. After the boys leave, mother can't stay at home like in an American household. Instead, she is forced to work in a workshop carving sculptures of the communist dictator. Things for older brother aren't looking too well either, as he is forced into military service. His dreams of becoming a scientist no longer matter because the regime only cares about teaching him how to shoot a gun and how to undermine a democratic society. Little brother doesn't go to the park and play like he would in American society. Instead, he's forced to work in a factory with dangerous conditions. But why, you might ask? Because his hands are the only hands small enough to perfectly manufacture mortar shells. 8 p.m. The family is required to go back home before curfew, otherwise they'll be shot. At dinner, before they eat their government-issued meals, they pray to their dictator, begging for mercy and a better future. How did one world, full of freedom and liberty, transform into a desolate wasteland of oppression and conformity? There's but one culprit: communism. Communism snuck into our great American society and stuck to drive everything we hold dear. It creeped into our schools and brainwashed our children. It wriggled its way into our government, turning it from the glorious democracy we know today into a totalitarian communist dictatorship. This is the near future. The spread of communism is not halted in its tracks. Our boys in Vietnam are fighting heroically and tirelessly to stop the spread of communism and contain it where it is. They are all that stand between a free America and a red America. But who else will help them in their fight? Who else will take up arms against communism and protect this great nation from anarchy? Join the fight for freedom. Join the fight against oppression. Join the fight to protect our nation. Join the U.S. Army.